Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tyler's Tavern. Oh, there it is. My name is Tyler. I'm here with my tavern patrons, all proving that we have the brain rot before we hit live. Danny Phantom. Yeah, we've been on a little hiatus for a while, but we are back. It might also be a short session because my AC has been out for the 8th day of this Texas heat advisory, and I'm miserable. So we'll see how long before my brain gives up. Today we are continuing the campaign, session 11 of Operation Rougarou, live here on twitch.tv/Tyler's Tavern. In being a tavern, we start every stream by introducing my patrons and having them let us know what they're drinking for the night. I'll start. Tonight I am drinking iced tea, extra ice, because it's hot. Very hot. Who's next? We'll go with Connor. What you got?
More of the classic, the same old, same old. We've got the Derringer whiskey with some water. You know, the classic chaser.
Hell yeah. Mark, what you up to?
I'm pretty plain Jane today. I'm just being a hydro homie.
Hydro homie. Charles, what you got?
No, I'm a hydro homie because that is my lifestyle. Unless it is at a social event.
Hell yeah, brother. All right. Make sure follow us here over on Twitch. At 50 follows, we're gonna have the beignet stream. I believe we're at 40, so we're like real close to that. We go live every other Tuesday here at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Subscribe on YouTube over here, where we have all the VODs. This session gets posted on. It'll be Thursday, and then the Tavern Therapy that follows is opposite Thursdays. And we have clips and other shorts and stuff, fun stuff there. At 100 subscribers there, we're going to have a gumbo stream, so that's exciting. Otherwise, just follow on Twitter, World Anvil. I have all of the lore of this world all filled out. If you want to catch up really quick or remind yourself since it's been a little while, the World Anvil has all of the session write-ups in a form. You can hit us up on Discord, and I got shorts over at the other places. Finally, our post-show is called Tavern Therapy, where we decompress from the session, talk about what happened, how we feel in the moment, goals for the future, and such. We tend to mostly ignore chat during session, but if you want to talk with us, Tavern Therapy is the time to do it, and we'll talk with you, shout out followers and things like that. And one of the things you can help us with is the weekly inspiration point, where we award a point based on excellent roleplay that expires at the end of next session. Last week we decided, or I say last week, that's a misnomer. Last time we decided to give it to Vay for her great bits about not being able to taste peppers. That was a fun bit, a good bit, good spicy soup.
Can I just say that you know, Vay couldn't have had it if it wasn't for me and my shenanigans. Just saying.
Oh, we all voted. You voted for it too. I don't want to hear it. I just rewatched that VOD. Connor, you are allowed to use it on any roll that does not already have advantage, and it expires at the end of this session. And in some bits of housekeeping, Colin is in the thick of school, and he's still on baby duty. He says he should be able to hopefully make it by the end of the summer, so we hope to see him back. And then second, Colton, Blue Pajamas, and Emily Burglar can no longer make our sessions, so we're going to have a good exit for them, and we're going to keep going. With that said, let us hit the recap. Woo! Last session started with Scarlet and KK having to take care of paperwork regarding the arrest of the two poachers from their previous battle the couple days prior. In the meanwhile, the remaining members of the party met with many members of the Barbers in their own homes. First was the Wastemancer, who diagnosed illnesses with meticulous and somehow extremely clean examinations of excrement. There was also the Dermazard, who showed how many ointments and topical treatments could be effective. And then finally, they met up with the Gastronomer, who talked about the importance of a good diet. And he also set up the party with the penultimate member of the Barbers, the Hemawitch, to be met the next day. The party had also had to give the bad news to the head of the distributors in that they were unsuccessful in finding information about the missing worker, Nathan Laverath. They were appreciative of the follow-up, but quite heartbroken that they now had to go give the news to their parents they had given an order and their kid is now missing. The party decided to come back to question at a different time for their Operation Rougarou. The party also managed to go to a few different spots in town. First, Tatho wanted to go to Heroes and Heralds to get the team stronger after what he perceived as a failure in their last battle with the poachers, though they were unsuccessful in getting in. Next, they headed down to the street to Smelt and Sparks Blacksmiths, where Vey tried to get more information about her star map, but the invention was simply over his head. Tatho, however, did have a conversation with him, and he agreed to allow Tatho to come by to do some grunt work in his free time. The party then wanted to eat somewhere new and went to Gazan Bistro, but were turned away for not abiding to the dress code. Instead went to Papa's Pizza, where Brand ate himself sick, and everybody found out that Vey simply cannot taste spice, like hot spicy. Afterwards, they took a quick hop over to Picab University, where Vey once again tried to learn a bit more about her map, but she was referred to talk with the head of magics in the military, Colonel Ferran Gutierrez. Currently, you guys have stated the following goals to me. Tatho is awaiting word back from his parents and then wants to follow up with more info with the blacksmith. You are able to go cash in your April 2nd check that is now waiting for you. Vey would like to go talk to the Colonel about her star map. And as always, you can make progress on Operation Rougarou. You still need to finish questioning the conservationists and distributors. Once this is completed, you can finish your report and turn it into General Kavanaugh. And this afternoon, you have plans to meet with the Hemawitch of the Barbers. Here we go. All right, yeah. So you approach the main desk of the bureaucracy and most of the front office desk work, and you see the familiar Dolores Farlight. She is an elderly woman with big Coke bottle glasses, and she goes, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Yeah, we're a few days behind, but we were here to pick up our checks.
Okay, let me get the paperwork. And she goes and gets this 6 giant stacks of paper. Plop, conk, as it hits the desk. Goes, here you go, and here's some pens. And Scarlet goes, all right, guys, let's get to it. And kind of grabs the paperwork and goes to the side, and it takes about an hour to fill out all the paperwork, and it's like so much nonsense. And it's also like the place where they can go and capture more information that they normally couldn't. So like status on health, how you doing, your equipment checkups, like are you still in things you need these replaced. Like it's the one time they could hold you captive because your pay is behind it.
I don't understand why we have to fill it out every time. I mean, shouldn't most of this information just be the same every time?
We should be able to provide some sort of ID after filling out paperwork only once, right? You know, unless, I don't know. This just seems excessive.
Definitely.
You work on it for the next hour and you turn in, she goes, okay, dearies. Here's one for you. 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 And one for you. Whatever. KK goes, alright, thank you. And presumably all of you would go to the bank to cash it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to drive us there. You guys head all the way towards the Heights to the Safeco Bank. There, it's real easy. You drop it off. You get paid. Let's see. I had the number written somewhere.
10 gold, right?
10 gold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
10
10
gold.
million? 10 gold? 10 million?
10?
I was going to say 10 million? Shit.
10 mil?
10 million?
Charles, I'm just gonna say that sentence had a lot of, well, if there's no tag, it's free, and I can't stand by that. it had the same energy.
No! My dad did that once when we were on vacation. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Did you murder him? Like, what, there's only one right thing to do at that point.
I actively cringe.
Patricide.
I'm like, no, he's at that age where that joke is funny. No.
He's regressed.
I gave myself $10.
Yeah, 10 Dolores. After that, I believe we all said that we're going to go head to the conservationists and distributors to kind of question them for the operation. So I'm going to bring you all there.
Woo!
We drag your asses out here. One, two, three. Takes so long to drag out 6 minis. There we go. So yeah, you head down to Bloomworth. You know, it's probably about noon now after you've gotten all your duties. You slept in a little bit. And you walk past the salty sea air and the wooden planks to kind of the back area that's mostly stone to the familiar office of the conservationists. Y'all go ahead and knock on the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You go ahead and knock, and you hear. Normally, you know, the last couple of times you've been here, it's bickering between the two, but it's pretty quiet here, and you actually hear Stepanov, the gentleman who works for the conservation, opens the door and goes, "Oh, hello! How can I help you?"
Yes, we were just coming by, and we were previously spoke to some individuals here about some questionnaires that they were going to do for a favor for us.
Oh, come on in. It's a little tight. Let's see. We'll squeeze a couple of you guys in. And the 3 people on the call kind of make their way in pretty easily. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Do they?
Do they?
Not easily. Alright, well, we're just going to do it the cheater way.
What strange contraption is this small circular object?
Not my worst enemy.
That's
A door. Right. You know, the 3 of y'all kind of make your way in. The other 3 kind of power outside the door. It's a little tight quarters here. And Stepanov walks in, and she goes, or he goes, Miss Harris, they are here to ask you guys some questions. And she goes, oh, good. Arlo, good thing you're here. So the 2 people you needed to speak to are all within the room, and they go, yes, they're here to ask questions. They're like, yeah, we told them we'd answer some questions. What's going on, guys? How have y'all been?
I mean, I've been all right.
been quite fine. Mostly.
Okay. Well, good. Yeah, go ahead and, I mean, you guys have more than helped us out. Anything we can do to help you guys out, go ahead and fire away.
Yeah, I mean, we won't take up a whole lot of your time, but we just had a few questions, like just kind of putting our ear to the ground for certain things, like you know, how y'all feel about the war, for instance.
Oh, well, war's never good, ever. I think, as a human, I hate to see it happen. As a conservationist, I mean, not much good's happening from it. And the Arlo Harris, which is the guy with the distributors, the lady's the one over the conservationist, he goes, yeah, I mean, it's been a mixed bag as far as my line of work. We're doing a lot of trade with the military, but it kind of slowed down the other growth that was going on. But that's fine. I mean, we're doing just fine.
That's good to hear. Well, specifically, how about you know, the kind of the root cause of this whole thing? How do you feel about the low magic crystals?
Arlo goes, oh, I love it. But it brought in this town so big, and you know what they say, more money, more better. I I've made so many deals, made so much money, and it's flowing out to so many different cities and different shards, and man, it's just been a better day the next day as far as trade goes, and Miss Harris goes, I wholeheartedly disagree. As far as I can tell, some of these species are not doing great because of it. It seems like the number of endangered species has gone up. A lot of these habitats have become less suitable for our life around here, and I have been super not happy about it, but I just have to deal with the cards that I am dealt. And Stepanoff goes, yeah, I showed you during our expedition, some of the habitats, especially for like amphibians and such, are just not doing great. So,
How dire are these circumstances?
it is to be seen, but I do not know yet. It's affecting a lot of small life now. The howlers have been endangered for a while, but we're starting to see fish and birds and trees, and it's a slow process, so it's to be determined, I guess.
Or I just want to ask, for someone who kind of disagrees with what's been going on, do you think that do you have any idea how to slow that process down, or maybe there could be a happy medium to where both things can coexist, the habitats and the low magic crystals, or is it just a shot in the dark?
Oh, the Miss Harris goes, I don't know. This whole thing is very fast, and we grew so exponentially, and I don't know anything about the crystals, right? Like, I use them just like anybody else does, but I don't have the knowledge to really know that answer. I just see the effects. I mean, that's really gonna... I hope that one day we can work with people who do know and maybe figure something out, but right now I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable. These kind of seem to be like uncharted waters for everybody around. Kind of looks to the other members. I don't know if y'all had any other kind of follow-up y'all wanted.
I say, oh, go ahead, Bay.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I'm a very simple thinking man. I think that everybody should be able to, enjoy the things they want. I believe that the low magic crystals are helpful. At the same time, I do believe that every species deserves to live in some form. So I think that if we can help in any way, maybe, I don't know, somewhere along the way, we could try to figure out maybe what's causing it. Maybe we can figure out another way to manufacture it. Maybe the magic it's pulling from, where we could change its source. I don't know. I'm speaking beyond my means. All I know how to do is just swing a sword, but it's just wishful thinking.
All right. Well, do you guys have any other questions for us?
I think that wraps up everything that I had. Y'all good?
Oh yeah, I'm totally good. I'm just riding along with y'all, man.
Okay.
Yes, I believe I'm good.
Okay then. If you guys ever, the ladies, if you guys ever need anything, please drop by. If you ever want to volunteer, we can always use the help. And then, kind of somberly, the halfling, Mr. Morris, goes, yeah, and if you ever find anything about Lavareth, please let me know. I'd like to eventually get good news from that.
Of course.
Well, I hope you guys have a good day.
Yeah,
You
y'all
see,
do as well.
the guy, as he says that, the mood in the room sombers a good bit. You guys head out. We've blown through a few things pretty quick. I'm going to open the floors to... It's lunchtime. Do you guys want to do any kind of lunchtime shenanigans? I think we have...
Pineapple pizza, let's go!
For the third day in a row.
The third day in a row.
I will allow it, only because my food opinions are the highlight. So let's go.
Brand's gonna say, guys, look, after talking to the gastronomer, I don't think it's a good idea for me to eat a whole large pizza again for the third day in a row.
Why not just simply eat part of the pizza?
I'm gonna see the whole pizza, and I'm gonna want to eat it. And Scarlett's like, that's ridiculous. KK goes, yeah. Let's no, we'll go grab a healthy lunch somewhere. Y'all three go eat some pizza.
Before he goes, I just want to like, as a doctor, you don't have like the I don't know what the feeling is called, but when you eat, where you just is like, hey, I shouldn't eat no more. You don't have that.
No, we talked about this. Where I'm from, food was scarce. If you had it, you ate it. And if I see it, it's gonna go down because I didn't know when the next meal is. But after talking to the gastronomer, I think that caused us a lot of problems, and I'm not prepared for the self-control yet.
Maybe we shouldn't go get pizza then. Let's go where you want to go. I'm not opposed to it.
No, y'all three go enjoy. We'll meet you guys at the Hemawitch later.
That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds like a plan.
So you guys head over to Riverfront.
Looking at the menu. Yeah, so what are these? Ghoul peppers, I believe?
Oh, ghost peppers?
Yes.
Isn't that, didn't you eat something like that over at that one place?
I had some sort of pepper.
So you've had jalapenos here, and then you tried like a super mega, probably a ghost pepper from the gastronomer when you were there.
Yeah, I just didn't remember the specific name.
Yeah, y'all guys pull up. You start looking over the menus. He has the stone brick oven. The place is pretty poppin'. It's midday. It's lunch. Everybody's bustling.
If you're gonna get those peppers, at least make it half and half, right? Right?
I was just curious what they are. We don't have to get them. I was just curious.
Okay. Woo! I mean, like, you know.
Is it
all right?
Sweet?
Yeah. Yep, it's because they're sweet. I don't like the sweetness on my pizza, which we'll get into in a minute if you order pineapples.
I mean, it's understandable. It's different. It's certainly a different taste, I'll admit. Different from what I'm used to.
Yeah. Different tastes, different textures. You know, it just throws off the whole way that the pizza melts. Let's just stay away from that. How about that?
Why don't you place the order then?
Oh God. I'm a very much a plain Jane. We're gonna get pepperoni, and that's it. All the way through.
No qualms with that.
No qualms with that. I mean, like, we could also do half and half if you wanted. So, if anybody wanted another topping on the side of it, you could.
I think that's a good kind of general thing for everybody.
Hell yeah, pepperoni it is. Yes, let's go. So Tato is just gonna walk up and just one large pepperoni. Yeah, did we get one or two the last time?
I think we got 3.
I think
3.
I just rewatched this not too long ago. It's been a while, so if I misspeak from last time, then it happens. I think Charles got a personal pizza. Mark got a personal pizza. They got a medium, and Brand ate a whole large by himself.
In the sake of fellowship, how instead of us not doing personal ones, we all do one large one? And
yes.
It's by the way, it's 8 slices in here, right?
Yeah,
I'm talking to the person behind the counter, by the way.
Yeah, we can cut it however you want.
Okay, 8 slices.
I mean,
okay.
If they do 12, it'll divide up.
I don't know if we can eat 12 slices of pizza.
I mean, it's the same. Okay.
I love it so much.
I would just say this. Here's some tech. Is it 12 or 16 inches?
The large, it's a 12.
Yes.
The large is a 14.
14. Dang it! I believe a large will be fine. I believe a large pepperoni would be fine.
All right, so 1 large pepperoni.
I believe so.
All right, it's gonna be 2 silver.
And Patho's gonna go ahead and pay for the whole thing by himself because he's a homie.
All right.
Homie meals.
Go ahead and mark that from your character sheet. And yeah, y'all wait a few minutes out, and this beautiful pepperoni cut into 12 slices comes out.
You know what? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me whenever I was in school, and there may be celebrations and whatnot, and you get really excited about a pizza party. But then your teacher comes up and takes out the box and then starts cutting it more. That ever happen to y'all? Or just me? Just happened in the inner city?
I think it happened once.
Is this in character or out of character? I honestly can't tell.
In character.
Okay.
In character.
Yeah, no, I can't honestly say I understand where you're coming from on
Yeah,
that one.
the 2 people who actually wouldn't.
Don't have pizza back home.
Yep. Just more and more, just getting shown that I struggled like shit. All right.
I mean, it's, made off the land, berries and various herbs and grilled meats.
And your teacher never took the herbs from you and then literally just split them amongst the group.
I had several teachers growing up in the tribe, but I don't know if there was really the same situation as you're describing.
Yeah. How blessed you are.
You can say that.
All
I
right.
mean,
Okay.
it kind of sounds to me like you got free pizza, but
You're not understanding. Okay. So look, take the
I'm
time.
just trying to grab a slice of pizza.
Yeah. So check this out. You have 8 slices here. I'm not the smartest man, but you can say that those 8 slices are a whole lot thicker, right? They would be bigger. They would be bigger slices, correct?
Yeah.
Are you following me, Yars? You
yeah,
get
I
me?
mean, yeah.
Okay.
I get you.
Okay, so if you hand a child, if you then cut those slices more,
I'm gonna grab like the pepper flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slice.
And just keep going as
Yeah,
he's
keep
talking.
yeah. So you understand that you're gonna be cutting those slices in half. Well, maybe not half because 8 turns into 16, so I'd be half. Heck yeah! Well, the books are, we're learning from the books, by the way. So it's not even complete, units. But let's just say this: we have 8 slices, right? Then you have 12
Right.
out of that one slice of pizza. You're effectively giving each child less of a slice, but to string it out so more kids get more. Now, granted, as a child, you're not thinking about it, but as a grown man, you're just like, damn, could you have forked over a little bit more money to give everybody the bigger slice?
I mean, from where I'm sitting, still got free pizza.
I'm just still going.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stop shaking all that pepper?
There's a solid 1/4 inch of pepper covering the entire slice.
Looks
Sorry,
like
I was listening to the story.
Now, look, Vay, I'm gonna tell you something else. Pepper's fine, but though, a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, adding extra pepper to a pizza is real cool. But let me give you some actual advice. Is there grated Parmesan cheese here before I fucking go off the handle?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the
Look.
same shaker that every Parmesan cheese has ever been in.
Yeah.
All right, look, this right here. So you see, there's already cheese here. It's fresh, so it's kind of melted. You see, this is a stone baked pizza. So is it a 3 cheese pizza or is it just a standard mozzarella? I need to know.
It is mozzarella.
Okay, so look, I think on the menu it said that it was advertised it was just mozzarella cheese. See, now this, it looks like it's just flakes or whatever, but look, is actually something called Parmesan cheese. It's kind of got a little bit of a salty taste, but it adds a little bit of a flavor to it. So add that to it, but not too much, because you don't want anything to overpower it. But just try it. I guarantee you, it'll add an extra bang to your pizza. I promise you.
There's no harm in trying. Put some cheese on there. Some motherfucking Parmigiano.
On cheese.
Parmesan Reggiano.
Parmigiano. It's quite good. So you all talking, you had... So there was like a building where you all were instructed as a group?
Yeah. It was a place that, you'd have to go as a child. And it was kind of required. All kids had to go.
Fascinating. We didn't really have anything like that. Our education was more individualistic, I'll say. We were taught one thing at a time when it was deemed appropriate.
Well, not to say I actually learned too much, because yeah. But in a group form, it's kind of, you could say, I fell through the cracks. It doesn't really work for everybody. So, I think
There
that
were
might
cracks
be...
in this building.
No. Well, cat's out of the bag. You do know I am kind of, I guess you could say, very embarrassingly, trying to do catch up. Whereas, probably more of a basic understanding of arithmetic and reading and writing, where it's a struggle for me.
I mean, I didn't think anything of it. Where I'm
No.
Where I'm from, people learn what they need, and then when the time comes and they're ready to move on and learn something else, it's so long as it's not critical, it's not necessarily frowned upon.
I mean, I would kind of look. I know you've seen something that's been happening kind of recently. I just show up in like the opposite sex kind of flocks, right? So check this out. What does it look like if the person they're flocking to can't even read their damn name? Does that reflect on me? I just be just this big lunk of a man. Doesn't look too appealing now, does it?
I mean...
Yaris just kind of slaps Tatho on the back. Well, I mean, takes all kinds. I'm sure there's somebody out there that likes it.
I suppose so. But that doesn't mean I just don't want to be that person, I don't want to be the bare minimum. Maybe I could just be a little bit above, just a tad bit above. I'm not saying I go and study study at a college of wizardry or something in the next year. Definitely not that, or be some sort of scholar, but I'm asking you something, man, for how chill and you struggle with kind of the same stuff as me, but you don't seem to. I gotta say this. You don't seem. I'm actually struggling with the words here. It seems as though I need to read more books.
Yeah, you ran out of them big words, didn't you, kid?
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to play fucking dumb. God damn it.
I mean, it's only been so many days since you got the word of the day calendar, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna just say this. It's like you seem like I'm gonna sound like my dad. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. Why'd you end up picking up the sword and not any other form of scholastic achievements, I should say?
Well, I mean, you talk about how you went to the building with all the other kids and whatnot, and we didn't have that. it was our school, I guess you would call it. It just teaching us how to work on the farm. We didn't have any kind of organization looking over it.
Okay. So I never had the opportunity. But humor me this. If you didn't, I mean, if I'm misunderstanding though, please correct me. But if you've never had the opportunity, being here surrounded with all of this, would you take the opportunity?
I mean, possibly if there's time, but I feel like we've got some more pressing priorities to attend to. I would rather take care of some other things. That's not really a very urgent thing for me.
Oh yeah. That's like, I completely understand. I mean, we've got all these places we got to go. We got Operation Rougarou we got to report to. We got to actually solve the thing, And obviously we want to level up in our statuses as well and eventually have our own posts and all that good stuff like that. So, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, it's a nice thing to look at maybe down the line, but right now it's not really something for me.
Fair enough. Here I am droning on and being deep. I seem to do that too much for someone who is a simple man.
I'm taking like a quarter of the cheese shaker onto the pizza.
Yeah.
Please stop. Please stop. I said a little bit.
Sorry.
So now look. Now you gotta dump all that on the plate and do it and start all over. You know what? Matter of fact, just eat what you have there and you know what? Just do it. Just eat it. You're good.
At this point, the Parmesan and the red pepper flakes are as thick as the crust of the pizza.
Jesus Christ.
It is rather salty.
Are your tribe very active? I mean, like, I know you do hunting and gathering, but do y'all practice activity, making sure y'all have healthy lifestyles and watching what you eat and whatnot?
I mean, we've always been, my tribe, the Etnali, they've been very close to the earth. It's in the name. I forgot to open this. Oh no! Hold on.
You forgot to open the hero.
No, it's in our name.
No,
it means near soil, or another way to put it in simpler language would be close to the earth. We've shared our lot in life with nature.
Any stories or lessons about staying away from salt and how too much of something can be bad for you?
I mean, there's not much seasoning that is done there. We cook with a lot of herbs, and that can be beneficial for stews or sprinkling over roasted meats, but
we gotta take you back to my house. Because Ma, man, well, first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, too much of anything can be bad for you. At least that's what Ma tells me, right? Ma tells you too much of anything can be bad. Second,
it's a pretty reasonable stance.
Yeah. Second is that salt really, really puts people in the grave faster and can mess up with, the thing beating in your chest can really mess that up. At least that's what Paul always said. No. I mean that. Your heart. Your heart.
Yeah.
Ma always yells at Paul talking about how, he doesn't watch what he eats and stuff like that, and he says he can still do everything all fine, and she's very concerned about salty foods and whatnot. So, was just wondering.
I mean, this is not something that I intend to eat every day, mind you.
Good, because it seems as though you were enjoying it pretty a lot. So
I mean, I'm sure I could stop whenever I really want to.
that sounds like an addict. That sounds like an addict.
No, I'm sure it's fine. I'm just, this seems to be the locale that the clientele, people here, that this is what they eat, and I'm merely trying to understand people here.
Oh, hey, no. Do you? I'll let you know if you're going too far. All right.
That sounds reasonable.
As Yaros is like stuffing his face while they're talking.
Yeah, just like one in each hand, dual wielding. A Cambo pizza slices.
Hey, most dope Will with the follow. Thank you, bro.
Big fan.
All right, yeah. So about this time, y'all have stuffed your face full of pizza. Y'all down the whole large. And it's about time to go meet up with the others at the address of the Hemawitch. Is there anything y'all like to do on your way, or are y'all just gonna try to head there?
I mean, I'm good.
Is there like a drink cart on the way? Did a nice refreshing beverage? It's very salty.
Yeah, and
Mouth.
they have some drinks here if you need it. Grab one.
Yeah, just grab some sort of tea.
Yeah, okay. It's gonna be like a tea is like a copper. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah. So I'll get a drink. This is
Yeah.
rather parched. All right.
Yeah, you get the nice sweet down with the salty. And then y'all head off to Midtown to meet the penultimate member of the Barbers, the Hemawitch.
Let's go.
Hemawitch.
Okay.
Yeah, as you approach, you quickly meet up on the way with the other three. You go, and Brandon goes, so, how do you guys feel after eating all that pizza?
I mean,
That's all right. Full.
I'm fine. We didn't eat a whole large per person.
Well, I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. Apparently you shouldn't do that.
It's
Yeah,
supposedly, Tatho's mother says that it should kill you.
Well, the gastronomer showed me some paperwork yesterday, and yes. And KK
So, like-
goes, yeah, we went over to sliders and sausages, and I mean, me and Scarlett ate fine. And Brand interrupts, yes, and I had a single slider, one. And you can hear his stomach gurgle because he's still hungry.
Well, okay. Look, I believe you need to sit down and get a balance to not eating too much and then eating too little. It needs to find a balance.
I really rumble. I should probably talk to the gastronomer again.
You probably should.
And by the time you get up and get to the address you were told to meet to, and Brand's all right, here we go. He knocks on the door, and she opens the door. She's like a middle-aged tabaxi. She's wearing a white apron and seems to have like a mess splattered about the front, like a blood smear. And she takes it off and goes, "Oh, hello, nice to meet you guys again." Puts it up and she shakes Brand's hand. He goes, "Yes, it's a pleasure." As the door cracks, you get an immediate and impossibly strong smell. And Brand immediately clocks and goes, formaldehyde? She goes, yes. Y'all all come in. She invites you into her, it's an average-sized apartment. It's like a one-bedroom, but the living room size is pretty large. And has a little kitchenette. Her apartment's exceptionally clean and sterile. She doesn't have many things strung around, kind of like the others did. She has one very neat bookcase filled, and another one with vial holders, very specifically and carefully labeled, of which is obviously blood. But on her main desk, you can see that she has a dissected frog with surgical devices kind of specifically placed about it. He goes, "Oh yes, Brand. It's nice to see you again. I was told you were interested in some of what we were doing." He goes, "Yes. You do deal with blood here?" And she's like, "Oh yes. I'm from the Shadowed Canyons. I saw many people die to kind of like thoughtless bloodletting, so I figured I had to be more understanding here." And Brand goes, "Bloodletting bad? It's always been. That's what. I'm confused." He goes, "Oh, you're from the Shadow Canyons too. Okay, yeah. So here's my research." And they have a long conversation that shows like her scientific research and fact versus the historic anecdote. And they talk for a very long time.
It's a whole lot of we don't do that here.
Well, it's just like that's been historical precedent, and it's like so. But if you really look at the data, it shows that maybe this was hurting people, and I've done experiments on these animals. Just like the other barbers, very meticulous notes, specimen, how much blood's taken, that sort of thing. And while they're having this conversation, you see a rather odd instrument on her desk.
What does it look like?
What does it look like?
It's on a stand, and it has like a long tube with what looks like a port at the top pointing down. But they continue to talk on. Is there anything else you guys like to do here while they're kind of doing the barber thing?
I'm gonna go over and like examine it, not touching it, but just kind of like the where you like peek over stuff like a museum exhibit.
Yeah, you peek over and you see at the top at the port, you can see down, and there's a underneath is blood, and you can see really, really close into that blood. And she goes, "Oh yes, yeah, that was a new tool that we've been working on. I've been working with Mr. Barton over at Horizon Seekers to help make this. What we did was we got a telescope, but instead of going up at the stars, we focused it to go down at a thing. And so yeah, isn't that a crazy thought?" She goes, "So if you get blood, you can actually see it's made up of different things, and there's these red things and these white things, and if you're sick, there's more of these white things. So I think there's a lot of research to be done here." Brand like eyes like bug out, excited, like, "Oh." She walks over and looks at it, and then they continue to talk about theories and studies and all the notes and research that they're working on.
Down telescope.
Anyway, they seem like they're kind of wrapping up. Is there anything else you guys would like to do while here at the apartment?
No, I'm just hanging out while Brand does his brain things.
Look at my player notes. No, I don't think so. Okay.
All right. So she goes, "Well, that's everything that I had. Brand always, you and crew can, if you give me notice, you can drop by." She in the original meeting was like, she wasn't like against you guys, but she was kind of on the fence, but was more kind than like the Surgeoness, who's the one who was really cold against you, and the gastronomer was just very matter of fact, like salt of the earth kind of guy. She goes, "Well, I think you've met all but the Surgeoness, and while she talks to me a good bit, she seemed pretty not okay with you guys. I think it's probably best that if you want to get with her, you might need to. It might just not happen, but Xavier's probably going to be your best bet."
Is it something that we've done, or?
I honestly don't know. We actually talked about it after that meeting, and after she had left, and it seemed a little out of left field. She's been very cagey. She's been very she seems anxious, and I don't know. She's always put her work first, and she works incredibly hard. And she always says she's on the next big breakthrough, but she's just kind of in her own world right now, and so we've decided just to kind of let her be, and she'll approach us when she's ready.
So it wouldn't be in our best interest to go and try to seek her out and use Brand's form of talking to get her to speak, right?
If you really need to talk with her, I mean, there's options. I mean, Xavier's the best of us, so he might be able to weasel some way in, but I just don't know. I'm staying out of her way. I'm staying out of her lane and letting her do her thing for the time being.
I suppose that would be for the best. We don't have any real urgency that I know of. Maybe we just let her do her thing, and we speak with Xavier and have him asked whenever she's ready, we can talk to her.
Fair enough. Just thought I'd give it the suggestion. Maybe, Brand's odd way of talking could actually get some things going. But, that's fine.
Brand speaks up and goes, I really would like to see what she's working on. All of you guys have had such incredible and meticulously well-researched and so many books. And I'd love to see her work. And she goes, yeah, I know what you're saying. Hopefully one day.
Maybe Brand could go talk to her on his own. Less intimidating than
as this happens, and she's kind of you're having that southern politeness where the owner of the house is outside their house, but you're outside talking for saying goodbyes for too long. Y'all start to hear a banging, and I'm going to go to 1-to-1 TaleSpire for this.
Oh fuck.
So don't just go willy-nilly on your guys yet.
Nilly-willy.
Oh shit, it's the Gator. He's back.
Yep.
For a vengeance. It's the same one that took out Hook.
Bro.
He's back. He wants to finish the Jill.
No.
That boy's still hungry.
Also, I'm sorry, man.
Hey, just go be like, Jesus, stop.
For the greater good, lay down.
Yeah, so you guys start to hear a banging, and the Hemawitch, whose name was Dawn Calypse, she looks over and goes, "Speak of the devil, is that Edna's place?" And you look over and you see down the line of apartments a man knocking on the door, and he has two policemen behind him. What looks like some large contraptions. And she goes, "What's going on over there?" I'm gonna go just check and see. And so she kind of cautiously walks towards. Let me pull out a mini for her too.
Maybe we should go with her. Make sure this.
Yara,
Yeah.
she's a tabaxi, so she's gonna share yours.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all feel free to slowly kind of pace yourselves in a reasonable manner. Yeah, she goes, "What's going on over here?" And she goes, "You see, the man who was knocking goes, 'Ma'am, you have not paid rent this month, and all of your neighbors have been complaining about the noise and the smell. I'm going to have to evict you.'" And she goes, Go ahead.
No. I was just saying, what? I was just, what?
She said, "I said you will have your money. Just leave." "Ma'am, you have said that the last 3 times. I have officers Torley and Silverstring here to oversee this eviction. You've been given legal notice and time. Please pack your things." And you hear from inside, "I said leave!" Do you guys get any closer, or what are y'all doing as you kind of hear this happening?
Yeah, I would say it's everything all right. We heard yelling down the street.
I heard that somebody owes some money. How much they owe?
He goes, "Shoo, plenty months rent." And as you get closer, you do begin to smell a foul smell coming very clearly from her place.
Oh God.
So, you do hear Dawn goes, she's behind her rent. I mean, she hasn't been doing all of her shifts at the barber. I don't understand. And I said, leave. And so the gentleman who's evicting her goes, fine, have it your way, officers. And the two officers pull out a giant battering ram, and they both get behind it, and they charge up, and they pound her door down, knocking the wood off the hinges, destroying the frame it was on. And you see Edna Tigzong inside. She's the, like, a little past middle-aged, red, dragonborn woman. And then you kind of get a peek inside her place, and it looks insane. There are scratch marks everywhere with foul something smeared across the walls. You guys can make investigation checks if you so like.
Absolutely.
I certainly want to.
Investigation. I'm spending my
Your reroll?
inspiration. Yeah, just I rolled a nat 1 on that. I'm not fucking going out like that. I'll take a 13.
I have a plug-in, but did it actually show for the? Yeah, did it show for my roll? No, it didn't. I rolled a fucking 11 minus 1, which was a 10.
This man
Yeah,
thinks it's changing
it
his song.
It did. It did. It showed up. Never mind. I need to take that plug-in off though.
All right. Well, y'all said a lot of words. What are y'all actual rolls?
I
I think we have a
13.
10. Yeah, I think we have a 10, a 12, and a 13.
A 10, a 12, and a 13? Okay.
Yes. And I used my inspiration also.
I'm going to roll for the other three. Their names are Brand, KK, and Scarlet.
Yes.
Hey, how come you changed the song?
Don't worry about
What
it.
is going on?
Don't
Hey, hold on, is that
wor-
Dark
these-
Souls?
Yeah, these things are just like not worth worrying about, guys. I don't know.
Yep. Alright, bro. You got it.
Bunch of giant claw marks and shit and foul smells, but okay. Don't worry about it, bro. It's all good.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
I could think of some things.
A woman walks out of that building and it says, "Oh my God, Tatho, you're hot." That's the worst thing that could happen.
All right.
no.
So
He's
Scarlet got the highest roll, and she goes, "Is that blood?" And the rest of you guys, after she says that, like, kind of clocks in that there's just blood and other bodily fluids just smattered on furniture, the walls. There's deep claw marks put into all the pieces, and Scarlet kind of peeks in a little bit further and goes, "Are those parts of?" And he goes, "Yeah, it is." And the Hemawitch over there is like brain Microsoft reboot does not like compute what could be happening in this place. And so the woman inside goes, "I said not to come in. My research is not ready yet. Nobody would understand all the work that's gone into this." And then you hear from upstairs scratching. Scratch, 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 scratch. And it gets louder and louder and louder and louder. And the guy goes, "Man, what are you doing in here?" And the Hemawitch is going pale at whatever's happening in here. And you see the soldiers grab their the police soldiers grab their spears and defense, they just don't comprehend. And the scratches get louder and louder. You start to hear growls and snarls coming from upstairs, and you get a good look, and there are parts of things that were once alive scattered about this place amongst the foul smells.
Probably less so from the scratching sounds, but from the growling sounds, would I be able to have an idea or recognize what that could be?
You can roll nature check.
Okay.
Can I also roll a nature check too?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. Ooh, never mind.
Ooh, real bad.
Same.
Can I roll a nature check even though I have a -1 on it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I have.
Oh my god!
I had a +3 and I rolled a 6.
Bro, I rolled a fucking 3 and it goes to 2,
I
bro.
missed this.
So, what?
This
what
thing is foreign. Like, you don't know what part of the animal kingdom this is from. This is like, it just doesn't sound like a canine or a cat, or this sounds completely
Where
foreign.
is this?
The scratches get
should
louder
we-
and louder. And
Should we
pounding.
be concerned about whatever you got upstairs?
It's not ready yet. I said leave, and the scratches are howling. Scratch. And then, pounce. You hear a door break from upstairs, and you hear something rushing towards you. And you hear a immensely loud howl in your bones. And that's where we're gonna end the session, guys.
Fucking hell!
Boo!
I hate you.
Yeah,
I hate you.
Yeah.
Also, is it hot in your house, bro? I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
dude,
I
yeah.
hate you.
I don't know if you see on stream, but I'm real shiny from the sweat. That ain't oil. That's sweat.
Yeah. I see it.
Moist.
Bro,
Yeah.
you came in from work and you immediately got on. That way you can take that cold, easy shower. That way you could at least turn that ceiling fan on and just cool off for the rest of the day, or at least try
Yeah.
to.
Now that this thing is barreling towards us with murderous intent, I'm gonna hit a ha!
Yeah.
Can I just say that fuck you? Fuck you.
You know where you can tell me fuck you? It's over in Tavern Therapy, where we're heading. We'll see you guys later.
everybody.
Say goodbye to YouTube. See you next time.
Bye, YouTube. I love you.